Got a skit for y'all.
Yeah, you know what it is. I'm out here up on the stage and I'm killing it. Listen, stay up. Oh, killing it, just killing it. Yo, watch out for this thing just breaking under my weight because I'm killing it. Yeah.
Hold on, let's play this back, man. Let's bring it back.
Yeah, you know what it is. I'm out here up on the stage and I'm killing it. Listen, stay up. Oh, killing it, just killing it. Yo, watch out for this thing just breaking under my weight because I'm killing it. Yeah. Just never stop what? I do what I do. Come on, say it with me, y'all. You know, I'm out here. You know what it is. I'm out here doing this thing. I'm doing this thing. You know what it is.
Yeah, that was a skit by Lenny Linguini, Alfie Mayor, Pete, you know what I mean, Herm, Vid the Visionary behind the camera, you know what I mean, just threw that in there. But today, man, we got a very special episode with a real dope artist out of Rhode Island, man. One of my personal favorite rappers, I must say, man. This dude is ill, and he's good people, lyricism, delivery, potent content, man, that really kind of makes you think and kind of brings you to that place, kind of like a movie like Requiem for a Dream or like, you know what I mean, Ghost Dog or something like that. Like, it's a real life stuff, man. So, yo, we got A.God in the building.
What's going on?
Man, nothing much, bro.
Good to be here, bro. I've been watching the last few episodes. Good stuff, like what you're doing here. Happy to be here, brother.
Yeah, man, just having fun. Share this around. So like, let's talk more, but like, let's get right into this first joint. Let's let everybody know what we're dealing with right now. Real music. So what song do you want to start off with, off of which project?
You know what? Just considering a lot of stuff that's going on right now, I was thinking of first getting into Angles off the Brutal God album.
Brutal God. And so tell us a little intro about Brutal God and the song Angles.
All right, Brutal God is me and Brutal Caesar, who's an incredible producer from the UK, that hardcore boom bap shit. We got together a few years back, decided to make an EP, and dropped last year, actually about exactly a year ago. And yeah, it's dope. Angles, the first verse, I kind of take the form of like the people who really rule the world, you know what I mean? As if I was them, with like talking as how I think of y'all while I'm pulling the strings, you know what I mean?
So this is like the eye, like the oppressive force? Yeah,
exactly. Yup. Almost like if I was them and I was taunting the regular folk, you know what I mean? And what do you call it? Then second and third verse take different forms, but it's all on the same lines, you know what I mean? So thought that was kind of relevant for now, so figured we open up with that.
Absolutely. All right, so Angles by A.God off of the A.God times Brutal Caesar collaboration called Brutal God, available on Bandcamp. Check it out, Angles.
You should be down on your knees thanking Malbolsha.
You should be down on your knees thanking me for not killing you where you stand.
There will be no hope for the woman you claim to protect.
I don't claim, old man. Anything is good, sir. I will kill. Who made you God, little man? Not that gun, not that uniform, nothing.
This Brutal God shit. A-God, Brutal Caesar. This about the dominance. Yo, check it. Since you've been old enough to walk, I've been controlling your thoughts. What's in the shows that you watch and what petroleum costs. When who's on the podium talk, so where's the opium source? We directed directors on the owners of sports. Nose like a hawk when them drones flown, don't know when it stalks over your home. Hear you clearer if your phones isn't off. Been a maniac, never seen my face and I pay for that. Writing about me won't make paperback, just a potato sack. Call me Diablo, made the laws that you follow. Carry a cargo that can take away the morning tomorrow. On the ball for the lotto, that be your El Dorado. Hit the key keys to your dreams and the whole with your sorrows. I used to shoot cannons at enemies and produce famines. Reach a new standard the second we film the moon landing. Sitting curious behind curtains so I avoid the traces. While your currency's currently ex-employees' faces. Power's just an angle that's shown. Every man should handle his own. Power just an angle that's shown. Every man should have command of his throne. Yo. Warrior souls till the war won't unfold. Thought it would from how these stories been sold. I run out glory, not gold. Sharpen my blades on the forks in the road. Most y'all couldn't cause of fortunes you're old. Forfeit your throne. All I know's inside this orbital bone. Visible light, got my instincts tight. Walk around the whispers at night. Stomach shrinking with no dinner in sight. Should've stayed in school. Shark round the guppies trying to swim in the pool. But it's fish food ain't getting me full. Got me drinking booze, gripping on a tool. In resistance to rule. If another man make it for man and the man take it as God said, it's no soul in that man, he just staying vacant. While you're waiting patient for rations and hand me outs, I'm mapping out escape routes for the crashing on bank accounts. Need to summon up that fire aside, the day'll come. You'll be crying like the violins riding the bass and drums. Power's just an angle that's shown. Every man should stand on his own. Power's just an angle that's shown. Every man should have command of his throne. Yo. Been a madman, walking off of some Afghan. From walls to trash cans, to be holding guns for the last stand. Ain't impossible, it's probable. Getting logical to have an arsenal of car and food, meds and fossil fuels. Set up obstacles under army rule, they won't let you pass through. But we fast too, see us moving less the grass do. Move like snakes till we ain't. You ain't smooth, will take you. Execute your savior, humanity ain't in human nature. Expected any minute, deficits they can't replenish in an instant. Just know it ain't happen how they said we did it. Everything in wiry lines, I've got it solidly across in my thoughts by my brothers who died. Hide what I got up in the trunk and I drive. It's dire shut up, find a come ups late at night, be inside by the time the sun up. Since I've watched in politics, I'm near a hammer at home. All that power is the angle that's shown, ain't for the dawn. Blah. Power's just an angle that's shown. Every man should stand on his own. Power's just an angle that's shown. Every man should show control of his throne. Blah. Brutal God, 2019 shit. Get your pants right.
Yeah. So that was Angles, man, by Brutal God, which is A God and Brutal Caesar together, man. Yo, that track was saying a lot. That was really saying a lot right there, and I agree with you. That really is pertinent to like everything that's going on right now. I want to ask you two questions. What were you thinking, and what was the relevancy of your writing process when you wrote that? And also, why do you think that pertains to like everything that's going on right now?
Well, I don't know. I think that type of topic is something I've always covered with my music. You know, you can go back like 4 or 5 albums ago. I was talking about shit like that. I was like heavily influenced by people like Immortal Technique, Dead Prez, you know, people that were just speaking on those type of society issues, you know what I mean? And I'm always looking for a new way to do something, you know, like especially with hip hop. There's a lot of topics that get used a lot, you know. And I think one of the biggest, most awful ways you can do hip hop is figuring out a whole new angle to cover with that same topic, you know. So I decided. I'm gonna just act like, instead of talking about them, I'm gonna become them, you know what I mean, for that first verse at least. And then the second verse was just kind of like I kind of became the person it was happening to again, you know, getting ready to take action, like start a revolution if anything happens. And then the third verse kind of follows suit. So I don't know. I was trying to be both sides, you know what I mean?
Yo, let me throw another question in there right there. Why do you think it's important? Like a lot of people that maybe they only rap about like kind of, I'm not saying it's bad or good, but they might rap about like, this is what I see, this is my life, this is my thing. Why do you think it's important or worth something to rap like outside of your own perspective sometimes, kind of put yourself in different personas? Why do you think that's important?
Well, like anything, man, the only true way to understand anything is to really see it through their eyes, you know, to try to take a walk through their shoes. That's one way in life that you get understanding, you know, not only for yourself, but everything around you. And also, I think hip hop's one of the only genres where like that things like that don't happen a lot. You know what I mean? It's like the structure of how people make songs is like the same a lot of times. I think people are kind of scared to go outside the box and do something new, you know. Like especially lately, I just been trying to focus on different ways of writing, keeping it interesting, you know. So.
All right, word. And before we get to the next joint, let me just ask you the third part. Like, why is that song right now? How does it tie into what's going on right now? Like,
right now, because with everything going on, you know, there's so much going on. I don't think anybody knows exactly the whole gist of it, you know. And shit, just a couple of weeks ago, I was getting mentally prepared to have to bounce if I have to. I wasn't about to, but I was getting mentally prepared to, you know. Like, we're living in times like that, man. You don't know what's coming. You know, hope for the best. I always do, but that's irrelevant. I think a lot of people are scared right now, and they're scared of the powers that be, you know, so.
Word. So that was, once again, that was Brutal God, which is a combination of A God and Brutal Caesar. It's available at on bandcamp.com. So what's the next joint you want to get into, man?
You know what? I'm part of a group with producer Evil Genius, absolute monster, called False Idol. Me rapping, him on the beats. I think the track I want to get into next was Holy Boly.
All right, word. It's called.
Oh, for that.
I got you. Holy Boly.
Yup.
Give us a brief introduction, then we're gonna talk more about it afterwards.
All right, man. When I was younger, there was this homeless man I knew from Providence. Nobody would give him the time of day, and I kind of struck up a little friendship with him, man. He used to just drop wisdom on me nonstop. Yeah. So it was kind of like a little ode to him, man. Little understanding for Boly, man.
Word. All right. So let's go into it. Where we go? So it's off the Let 'Em Eat Cake by False Idol, which is A God, and the producer Evil Genius. Holy Boly. Let's go. Herm Radio.
Always caught him creeping in the morning. Boly couldn't have his coffee till his demons started calling. On the weekend made a fortune, couple $100, smoked some pieces with his Walkman near the police while they were watching. Would call you Judas, seen everything through religion, but he'd abuse it, yell it to anyone who would listen. Met everyone with a vision, claimed he read it through their brow, trying to find eternal truth, but he'll take heroin for now. He was a veteran and proud, hit him up in Vietnam, clipped him in the thigh, but you guess different if you seen his arm. Paces up and down the tracks like he the freight line. I was tracking what he may find, attachment from the grapevine. Would tell him come up to the ride, and I'll help you get wise from the elder. Get high and try and slide to the shelter. Had too much pride to go inside, or rather find his umbrella. Staying warm under some pipes and hide all night in your cellar. Says your soul got no pockets, it ain't got no bills, except for some love and some drugs for these chills that he takes not to kill again. Dozens of pills, swap for bundles and krills every month when they filled. Never quench his thirst, never filled his cup. Could have everything at once, still never be enough. Lives hanging from the bridge, but he'll never try and jump. For what he taught me, I at least can buy him lunch. Says your soul is a prophet, it shows when you're still, except for the hate and the rage you let build. If it breaks, you're gonna kill a man, hunting for pills. Pop to numb out these chills, never once got my fill. Never met my hearse, never spilled my cup. If I had everything but luck, I'd still let it be the judge. Lived dangling a rig, but I'll never find the jump. For what I taught me, I at least can fire up. Realize that we the same, it's just time and place. Different frames of mind that touch base if you rewind his tape. Used to play the blues, his beauty was his favorite muse. His death made the news, kept the clipping where he taped his shoes. Smash a 40 ounce to get rowdy on the corner. Watching families walk around him with their arm around their daughter. Being treated less than human, seemed to scar him with some trauma. But he'd act like it elude him, swallow bottles like a monster. Thinking about how we feel if they changed with them. Can't take a mouse out the wheel with the same rhythm. Was failing him, the system became a gang victim. To the eyes that won't hang near him, they think the snake bit him. This caused the misery, stop and talk out of sympathy. With the understanding of a far fall from a slip can be. Puts an ache in my heart, cause we the same from the start. Until the race to the top swaps our brains with the sharks. Can't relate to his part till you've laid in the park and the rain wouldn't stop. Looking for some shade from the dark. Well, knowing no one cares if you make it or not, and just knowing the hair your tears, so you take it in March. The trips paved out of rocks and its forks at the end. And the road breaks apart where it's forming a bend. Those who never use precaution learn to walk up ahead. Feels like I'm talking to my portrait when he talks where he's been. I feel you, Boldy.
Hella dope, man. Hella dope, bro.
Appreciate that, brother.
Absolutely, man. So, what? Tell us more about that track. What's the inspiration behind that?
Said, man, it's actually done two songs inspired by him, man. That's something I don't hear covered a lot in hip hop. So, you know, I personally had a couple stints when I was down and out. I was homeless for a while, you know what I mean? And I think that that's something that doesn't come with the right type of understanding from a lot of people sometimes, you know? A lot of times people don't understand the reasons, maybe just the shit luck that landed people in certain situations, you know what I mean? And how hard it can be to get out of, you know? So that's somebody, I was really impressed by that man and everything he had to say. I learned a lot from him. But that's somebody that people used to like not want to walk on the same side of the street as when he was coming, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, a lot of people, they judge.
I don't know, I thought he deserved a couple songs.
Mm-hmm. People judge, they you know, look down on folks or whatever like that. And then the situations, like, for instance, the stock market crashing, everything going on right now, people losing their business. There's a lot of people that had all, like, oh, they was doing just great, might have a food business, a restaurant, stuff, and now they're in the hole, you know what I'm saying? And, like, down the line,
Absolutely,
you know what I'm
man.
saying? It's like,
Absolutely.
Life isn't about might is right. Life isn't about, like, you know, more is better and less is worse. It's about finding your kind of balance, right? That's how I feel, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So no matter where, what walk of life or where you're from or what you're doing, it's like, it's about finding your personal balance. It's not about, so it's like, yeah. So that's like, yeah, that's one thing I get out of your rhymes is lots of lessons, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be of a certain state to even be able to receive these lessons sometimes, you know what I'm saying? It's like deep stuff, you know what I'm saying?
No, absolutely, man.
Love that.
Absolutely. Man. And that's what we got to report, man.
What we got next, man?
All right. What should we get into next, man? I might bring it back to hold on, let me look for a second. I'm gonna bring it back to Brutal God for a second, probably.
How'd you and Brutal God get together for this joint?
Shit, I don't even. It was definitely on Facebook, man. We definitely linked on Facebook. We were both. It might have been through the Soloist. Soloist is another dope artist, man. Me and Soloist was supposed to do a couple things. It just for whatever reason on both ends, it hasn't worked out yet. That's still something that might happen. But he was heavily involved with both of us, I believe, and I think it was just kind of like a mutual thing. We ended up commenting on the same thing. Both thought each other's stuff was dope, and I just think it went from there, man. Started off with a track or two and decided to do a whole tape.
Word.
Now, shout out to him, man. He's nice, man. He got that classic RZA 90 style, man.
Yo,
shout out to Brutal
Speaking of that, that you see that RZA premiere thing? You saw that premiere RZA beat battle?
I did, man. I did. I saw most of it.
Okay,
I saw most of it. I saw probably like 60-70% of it.
I didn't see any of it at all. Cause I tried to click on it, and it just like, I think it was too overflow with people or something like that. But you think somebody won?
I mean, it wasn't like a battle, like an NPC battle, like two people just really showcasing new skills on the spot. It was just like, it was all songs that I love being played back and forth, you know? It was kind of just, I hate to be the cliche guy, but it was kind of just a win for the culture.
Yo, that's exactly what it was, man. Don't you want a beat battle where like they're really actually making the beats? You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Like
that's what we need.
Like I've seen A-Rap Music and my man 8 Wonder go at it one time. That was incredible. That happened in Providence maybe like 10 years ago with during a POW camp show, my old group, RIPT, man. Fucking yeah, man, that's the type of beat battle I like to see. But I watch RZA and Primo go back and forth anytime, man. It was all classics, all classics.
And we're gonna get into his next joint. When we come back, I want to talk a little about talk a little bit about Providence hip hop, because a lot of people don't know there's a whole hip hop history, hip hop scene in Providence. But
Oh, absolutely.
let's go
Yeah,
ahead
let's get in.
and get to his, yeah. What is it?
I'm gonna get into you know what? Let's do Shadow Walk off that, man.
All right. So next up, we got Shadow Walk off of Brutal God, A God, and Brutal
Yeah,
Caesar. Let's go, Herm Radio.
sir.
Brutal God. You don't wanna ride like your car sick, might end up jobless. Give up rights to your godship. If the mirror starts to fog, I'm agnostic. The devil's hostage, a paying job for the locksmith who needs to melt the lock. Where my heart is, forget the politics. Ain't got time for pentagrams and obelisks. I had 700 grams in that Mazda 6. Wasn't selling shit, that was plans for apocalypse. Fuck a world star, sling out your girl's car. Ain't even wanna fuck her, there's no pigs, they don't search bras. I seen her burn scars, knew she driving for burnt doors. Full jaw per my girl talking turn-ons. Get hard when my bitch a dog. So what, I'm broke from drugs, fuck it cause I'm rich with love. Waves real high, lethal dosage, how I get a buzz. High speed lane, wheels rolled while they missing lugs. Never alone, I ride with my shadow. Come on, battle it, calm and supersede. Leave pieces of my heart where I travel. Loving my beings too pure to fully bleed. Yo, try bearing with me, I'm iffy dealing with scatterbrain. Da Vinci and Kaczynski inside a Petri with Daddy Kane. Smoking hydroponics while I eye your conscience at a higher constant. Diabolic optic out the flying carpet, back to the booze. Spazzing trying to cash in these dues. Cash these rules. Smack a traffic's bagged in balloons. It consumes the attic with blackness like the back of these spoons. Acid is shrooms and moves the habit, but it'll pad up your rooms. Hit like sitting ducks. Looking cheap, skate up in the pickup truck. Stinky Dutch, could have the V8, but now I don't give a fuck. Don't mind me saying so, you'll get the same flow on the radio. Get laced with holes when you play your show like Octavio. The less the nature's grown, the more they synthesize. Make the pixels line to an image size we can visualize. Trick the eyes into thinking the sentence fits the crime. Dimension shifting minds that inventable death in 60 time. Never alone, I ride with my shadow. Come a battle it, calm and supersede. Leave pieces of my heart while I travel. Loving my beings too pure to fully bleed. For the record, you follow with misdirection. When cowards are introspective, show power to leave possessions. They cowering in the corner. Hourly, your profession don't make enough to take care of them properly, so your vendor can honestly be respected. If honesty is offensive, then you'll always be a clown. I guess comedy is objective. Self-induced lobotomy in the Bowery with the records. Use discretion loudly, stick full of sour. These independents just attached to me. Philly smoke assistant is factories. Put gas in me to help on the holy mission like Maccabees. Spit out coals and chisel the stone and cripple the Pharisees before they make a ripple to fold a wrinkle the galaxy. Word to knuckle up, word to buck and ruck, word to demons you gon' receive in you when you fucking slut. This will bleeding your heart out and this will shutting up. This is scatterbrain and the sleep you get when enough's enough.
Yeah, man, I'm loving all these joints, bro. These go harder and harder, bro. The beats and the rhymes, man, it's non-stop, relentless.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, man. So, what we're talking about, like, tell us a little bit about Providence hip hop. So, Providence, man, Providence, Rhode Island. Rhode Island itself is what, the smallest state in the entire country, right?
Yep.
We got me, myself, and Irene, right? That's like most, most of the country. That's what they know about it. That's what they know about Rhode Island, right? But it's actually
pretty much, man.
It's actually an amazing place with a rich history, a soulful city. You know what I'm saying? And like a lot going on. You know what I mean? Boston, a bigger nearby city. It even kind of rivals Boston in some of its like actual art and creativity and music kind of venues and different stuff it's got going on. And people actually would travel from Boston all around to go to Providence for the nightlife sometimes in the past. You know what I'm saying? But Providence hip hop, man. Like, tell us about Providence hip hop. What does that mean? What is that about?
I don't know, man. It's definitely been there since the beginning. You know what I mean? Take it back. There's a couple documentaries even about it back from the '90s. I know there was a spot, Skippy White's is like a legendary vinyl spot. There was a lot of Providence has like some originators, and it's just always been a lot of talent, man. When I was first coming up, dude, there was dozens of dudes that people came out to see, man. I was part of this group, POW camp. There was just always been live, tons of shows every week. Everybody down here does it for the passion too, man. You know, I wouldn't say that we're fully on the map yet. So like the fact that we've been able to maintain this type of passion when no one's really making the money like that is actually pretty impressive. So it's like hip hop's in the heart of it, man. You know.
What about the lifestyle? What kind of life? Because every different place, you got Atlanta, you got Texas. Every lifestyle feeds the music and the culture. What kind of lifestyle is Providence? You know what I mean? That feeds your. Does Providence have to do with your rhymes and like why you rap, how you rap? How much of a factor do you feel like your surroundings are part of how you rap?
Actually, that's a really good question because my style is way different now than it was coming up. You know what I mean? I was one of those kids when I was a kid. I wanted to be Scarface when I was coming up. You know what I mean? So like I was hanging out, doing my thing, fucking, and you know, I wanted to rhyme like people like Styles P, Jadakiss, you know what I mean? Yeah. And my first style as a rapper was like that, man, you know what I mean? Trying to live that type of lifestyle and all that. And that type of element in Providence fit that, you know what I mean? Because Providence allowed me to live that way, so so everybody else was doing that, so that's what I was surrounded with, you know?
Yeah.
So
we close not that far from NY, right?
Nah.
Yeah.
No, a little closer to Boston, but 4 or 5 hour drive.
Mm-hmm. All right, word.
So I say a lot. It's a lot of Providence is New York influences Providence a lot, definitely a lot.
Yeah, right. You go to Providence, sometimes you see the NY hats instead of the Boston hats, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, not so much in Boston. All right, word. So what we getting into next?
Shit. Let's take it back to False Idol. You know what? Let's play Single File off of Let 'Em Eat Cake.
Single File. I know that joint.
Yep.
That joint's crazy. Single File. Let's go. So off of Let 'Em Eat Cake, False Idol, A God and Evil Genius. Herm Radio. Let's go.
Like it put his ass to sleep. Makes sense to me. Here's no thanks from those who wouldn't last a week. Works for this little bastard's dreams. There's only dreams the magic sneaks. Till that bastard meets a bitch, becomes a fiend when that repeats. No Johnny carries burdens and he hurts with no insurance. But their hunger makes him nervous, so he learned to have endurance. His wife ain't never worked and says his earnings make him worthless. Finds a purpose in the mirror before church to hear the service. Ready with the gems, paint eyes steady with the pen. Only time she ever tries, I'll make it lies to sell her friends. She keeps with television trends, flips through slides of hell again. Felt sick when she was healthy, sits inside a skeleton. She told her daughter she was fat and ugly. Bought it, don't think daddy loved me. Now she to the bathroom running, flush it for a flatter. Tell me pretty smile, dripping bile. John DeWe went to drink a while, crying to a bullet, pulled it. They lined him up single file, single file, single file, single file, single file, single file, single. Need to learn a different style. First go switch your dial. Get him a purple heart from shots to hit insurgents' tops. His marksmanship a work of art. He prayed they don't reverse the dot. Been paying him to stir the pot. Gave out scripts to the soldiers that grazed the clip in his shoulder and changed his chips into boulders. His face go wrinkled and older. Spits waist like sick with a boulder. Post-traumatic, he was empathic. Now he's hidden the folder. Had a daughter and a son. Half his thoughts were near and numb. Heard them voices near his gun. No more choices when it rung. Till this day she blames the Arabs. Goes to work and pays the tariffs. Army wage replaced the marriage. 10% she pays the parish. Thinks away she grace her lavishness instead of playing tragic. Tried to pass it to her children, but the pressure made them addicts. Now Junior's chasing dragons, and Jane had bad relationships. No dad and tried replacing it, refused to face her actions. She was in denial with a smile. Mother at the voting booth, just voting to bring home the troops. They lined them up single file, single file, single file, single file, single file, single file, single. Need to learn a different style. First go switch your dial. Jason had a poster, was adjacent from his bureau. Marshall with the chainsaw way, faced it like the Fuhrer. Then Jay became a burner, wrote me grades up in the Sherm to hold his place a little firmer. Dad replaced him with the cursor, had to learn to light his burner. Mine was turned to like and murder, had his serpents and vice versa. Ain't just perfect as my nerve. I told him enough with marijuana, then she got him to the doctor. Got an upper and a downer, so we crushed him on the counter. Forgot a little powder, it was found within the hour. Called the police to make him stop, but he threw punches at the copper. Victim of the system burnt, he learned from other juveniles and turned him on to shooting vials. Now we don't find food for miles. No more rhymes for his glory, just time for a story from a corny old timer who gets high off his coffee. Forever roam but never home, sick and looking infantile, waiting for his methadone. They lined him up single file.
Yeah, man. So you said a lot.
Yeah.
You said a lot in that track right there, right?
Yeah, man. I appreciate that, brother.
But like, let me ask you,
that's one of my favorites.
the content. Tell us the story of that song. Tell us what that means.
Well, with that joint, I feel like that was like 3 separate stories. I was really trying to just show, no matter what you're doing in life, you can kind of follow everybody and end up in the wrong spot. You know what I mean? Like the first story of it was that guy was drinking too much, couldn't handle the problems with his family. Second story was about a soldier, and then took his own life, and then his wife wilding. Third story was kind of inspired by like me and people I knew, you know what I mean? Kids who aspired to be rappers just went down the wrong path, and they all ended up somehow walking in a single file line, all at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So
You think knowledge is missing from music nowadays? Like you talk about like rap and like people wanting to be rappers and then somehow getting caught up in certain lives and stuff like that. You think there's a correlation? Do you think that knowledge is missing from music and that has effect on the mind, or what do you think? It's just a product of the environment?
I think they kind of both come from each other. You know what I mean? I believe that the music that's pushed out there, like mainstream music, I think the message that's in it is purposely there to make the youth want to live a certain lifestyle, to want to look a certain way. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's all types of things that'll end up to destruction. Really, at the end of the day, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then once people start acting like that, it all just kind of does it itself, So then you don't even have to put the message out. They'll do it for you.
No doubt. Yo, so go ahead, bro.
No, I was gonna say I don't necessarily think it's missing. I think there's a lot of music, your music, my music, plenty of people's music has the knowledge there. I just don't think it's what's pushed out there.
It's not pushed, right?
Overall. Yeah, exactly.
So I'd agree with you, right? Because I know plenty of artists, like Cormega just re-released the recent joint, for instance. Everything he's talking about is of substance. You know what I'm saying? Like
absolutely.
Jadakiss released something, Styles released something. So it's like that's more even people that's more well known. There's plenty of underground dudes too. You know what I'm saying? So it is out there. That's a fact. So why, you know what I mean? Why is it not as widely spread? I don't know. Maybe it's just not time for it. Maybe it's coming back around. I don't know. But I'm actually, I want to take a sidestep and get into a track that me and you did off of that Scribe beat.
Yeah,
absolutely. Off of that EP right quick, right? Because some of the stuff you're talking about just makes me think of these subjects and whatnot, right? So I'm going to go ahead and play Wrestling with Your Devils, right? We did like a 2-track EP. I I produced the beat, Scribe produced the beat, right? And it was just it was called W.W.Y.D. Because both tracks, you came up with that idea. You came up with the idea for like the art setup and whatnot, and it was called like W.W.Y.D. because it was what would you do in wrestling with your devils, right? And it's like a two track joint, right? So this is one that Scribe produced. And yo, I was listening to this the other day, man. You went off, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, so did you, man. I had a blast making that with you, man.
So
really happy with how that came out, man.
Talk a little bit about this joint after we listen to it. So this is called Wrestling with Your Devils off the A.God and Herm compilation tape.
Take these words as prayer, fight against all the ways you tempted me. 30 years and cycles of 40 days. Absorb the rays from the morning star, then orbit change. Scars from when you raised up your horns and charged and broid my cage. Void the change at any cost, record the change. I was born a slave, my crown of thorns, my lord in vain. Arm, leg, arm, head, performed this frame. When it brought refrain to the long refrain of the song you sang, I hit you with the right soon as you took your sword out. It caught me more and more till I was sure about it. Watched the shore starving. This a war doctrine, knew the Lord voucher. When you swung in, I dodged them raw charges, 44 pardon. Halo, it ain't stable from the horns locking. Snake tails hang along the garden. Drained the raw toxins at my door, knocking with the apple, but my core's hardened. Found a soft spot unraveled, you had me spoiled rotten. Dealt with that core issue, that's when that left your jaw chiseled. Let the light out I saw, then let the salt sting you. Seen them open wounds, filled them up with dope balloons. That's some high hopes for a fighter who on the ropes to lose. Swollen souls gotten lighter, tighten the bolts and screws. Kept the holes to prove, I walked through fire in my only shoes. Going blow for blow, my muse toe to toe is overdue. It's a lonely view sitting parallel to the throne from you. Your Majesty, night rides against my knights with his cavalry. Guarantee no gallows, I'll go gallantly. Paint a masterpiece, canvas of a carve like a Maccabee. Title to the honor in the apple tree.
Yo, feeling kinda fed up. Me and the devil going head up. They taking bets, put your bread up. Keep my head tucked, sticking and moving, I ain't gon' let up. Hit him like a truck, he won't get up. Got the lead touching this battle, I bled much. Shed so many tears, now instead dust. His head bust, spilling red stuff. Go against us, it's your ain't trust. Yo, it's your ain't trust. I don't break, I don't bend, just go to war with my pen clutch. Like a grenade, throw it, then duck. Don't depend on friends and luck, sentences venomous. Hammer them up, haters think they my enemy, please. I battle entities mentally, I'm ill. Ain't no remedy, put down the pills and Hennessy. Get my thrills from killing melodies. Through my will, I feel I'm meant to be king of the hill when they remember me. Pill was concealing your extremities, yet still won't let them breathe. I'm like ketamine mixed with Medellin, so potent Mike dead a fiend. I'm the realest that you ever seen. I turn my back and he rides again, but I'm surprised when he says I'm your friend. Ain't no time you need me riding then. I'm the one you've been confiding in. Every loss you took inside you win. I'm sizing him, look at his eyes again. I see myself in this reflection. I'm alive as sin, we look identical like I'm his twin. Am I a sin or is it deeper? Inside my skin there lies a creature with the livest features. Another method for divine to teach you. I look at the benevolence in him and find my equal. Design the evil, the severance, a lot of people. Through togetherness, our minds a sequel. Divided, highly lethal.
Yeah, bro, man. What the hell were we thinking when we made that joint, man?
Right. Yeah, we both went off on that one, man.
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
That was a fun one to write too, man. That was your concept. I had a lot of fun writing that one.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So the concept was like wrestling with your devils, right? We called it at first. We didn't name it that. At first, we were talking about like it's kind of a fight with your demons, or a fight with your devils, right? And so,
Yep.
that's something I really meditate on a lot, inner demons and things like that, right? What is it? I'm gonna ask you what your verse was about, and like what was you thinking. I'm gonna tell you what my verse was about and what I was thinking.
Yep. All right. With mine, what do you call it? I would just, when you said it's like you're fighting the devil, I kind of wanted to create like a battle, like we're actually striking back and forth. You know what I mean? Using metaphors from my life. So a few different metaphors from my life. I always feel like there's a battle between good and evil going on in me. You know what I mean? And also I feel like that's something you gotta embrace. You know, I feel like the only way to not let it destroy you is to kind of embrace it.
Yeah.
But went over a lot of issues. You know, I definitely battled drugs in the past. You know what I mean? And that's something that was covered. There's some metaphors in there about that. What do you call it? Yeah, just pretty much about overcoming the devil, man. Trying to use some nice little abstract metaphors in there to do it. You know?
Yeah. And I can relate to that. Nah, I'm sorry to cut you off. Go ahead, bro.
I don't know. And just about, even sometimes when you feel helpless, like you ain't got the power to do it, you just gotta hang in there no matter what he throws, man. And if you're willing to hang in there, you'll beat him. That's pretty much what my verse was about. So
absolutely, it's like, man, the power to, like, man, a lot of people could do damage, but if you could take damage and keep going, like that's a character, that's a test of strength in my book. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But I'm gonna say my verse, I can relate to that, everything you said, and then also another aspect of where I went with it is I was like, I'm fighting with the devil, the demons inside of myself, but are these things actually helping me on the flip side, on the reverse polarity side? Are these things that are catalysts in my life that I work with that have made me a better person in the long run? Things that I've like lost sleep over, great pains and wounds that I heal from, actually making me a better person in the long run, type thing. You see what I'm saying? I think, and that's how
absolutely make me stronger.
And I had the writing style of just going with it, and as I was writing, I kind of like came to that place, but it was like, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's all for that joint. Quick word from our sponsors, man. We got sponsors. Black Seed Oil.
Nice.
Get some in your life. You know what I mean? Good for you. Black Seed Oil. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Thanks for the sponsorship, right? All right, A. Let's get into some more joints off of your projects, man.
All right, cool. I wanted to play the other one off that today too. The What Would You Do joint.
You want to play that right now?
Yeah, we play that one next, man. I wanted to play both of those today, so yeah, absolutely. But we already played the other one, so we might as well, you know.
Why not? This
talk about that for a minute too.
Yeah, What Would You Do? I play it, then let's talk about it afterwards.
Yeah.
Let's go. What would you do? I gotta bring this joint up. So yeah, man, this is a joint that God on the Beat produced. You know what I mean? Mystery producer, and you know what I'm saying. So we took the acronym W.W.Y.D, and we flipped it into What Would You Do and Wrestling with Your Devils. So the first one you heard was Wrestling with Your Devils, and this one's called What Would You Do, and the concept is exactly that. What would you do? So getting right into it. A God times Burn Herm, What Would You Do? Herm Radio.
What if I do everything that you say, and it doesn't work?
What would you do if you had something so pure? What would you do if you was sick and there was no cure? What would you do if that was it and there was no more? Hands beating on the floor if it's so sore. What'd you do in the room there's no door? Keep putting up shots but there's no score. Preparing for the battle but there's no war. Like the one you headed to, better go for. What'd you do if you lost and you can't find the path you came from? Ain't no damn signs. What would you do? Surrounded by the landmines. Questions that I ask trying to overstand mine. What'd you do if you had
had to walk in my too, and you had to take the good with the bad side too. What'd you do if I told you every lie's true? And the answer to these questions is inside you.
What would you do? What would you do if your world could turn upside on you?
What would you do? What would you do?
What would you do? What would you do if your world could turn upside on you?
What would you do?
Yo.
What would you do?
What would you do if I told you that you got himself in the world that you built crashed down and fell? What'd you do if there wasn't nothing on the shelf? Water ran cold, banks closed, no around to help. Would you find command post or would you find yourself? Would you hide or rely on stealth? How you reacted to the fear? Would you go to tears or deny they fell? Shit, what if this lasted 100 years? Would your own strength carry you the whole length? Would you let them go the whole 9 to keep your own 10th? Would you do if the karma from your soul's dead wanted to collect? Would you honor what the told man? Would you pray for a praise switch, or would you be swayed to be righteous? Demons hand the angels the vice grips. What would you do if the light shift? Would you find the shade or enlightenment? What would you do? What would you do if your world could turn upside on you?
What would you do? What would you do?
What would you do? What would you do if your world could turn upside on you?
What would you do? What would you do?
Yeah, man. That joint was fun to make, right?
Yeah.
I enjoy making
Yeah,
that
man.
joint.
Yeah, nah, me too, man. That was real fun to do live too, man, that night.
Oh yeah, right. We performed that live.
And that was perfect live song, man. That went nice and smooth.
I ain't gonna lie,
First time
because it's what would you do? I keep on saying what would you do? It's like the easiest one for me to remember. You know what I mean?
Yup.
It's like I don't have that's that. It's like half the words I don't even have to remember. It's just like what would you do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, perform on the fly joint, man. That was perform on the fly ready.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I be up there sometimes. I be forgetting words like sometimes, bro. I gotta man. I'm telling you.
Dude, that's the worst, man. I started to, instead of trying to catch up, if I forget it, I'll just let it drop, and the next word I remember, I just let it pick up from there, man, just so I don't lose the lose the rhythm of the song.
Yeah,
That shit could trip you all up, man.
No doubt. We got some people. Let's keep playing music, man. Tell them what A got about.
Yeah, man.
What you got?
Yeah, man.
What do you want to play next?
Shit. Let's see. What we got? Let's play Mirror Studies off of the Brutal God album. Number 2 on Brutal God.
Alright. Mirror Studies. Alright, Mirror Studies by A God, produced by Brutal Caesar. Let's go. Herm Radio.
There's questions you ain't dare to ask. Your spirit make the mirror crack. Hands filled with glass, answers in the angle staring back. Hold a million shards, a light that's from each is similar. Distance is always infinite, brightness is clean particular. I need to get a hold of myself, at least a fraction. See tats, repeated patterns, but no holes from the belt. Stories I left in marks from carving into the canvas. The farther over the rainbow, the harder to get to Kansas. The slightest slight in reflection turns love and affection to guilt and resentment. Asked it if it was its intention. It said this what you give for settling, giving up on progression. The ascension's fall is redemptive if you trust your perception. But ain't perception based on your environment the one that you regard as, son? I take it you a nihilist. Nah, this other labels I was gave by the psychiatrist. It's your bed, whether or not you make it, you gon' lie in it. There's questions I wish someone could answer, but they can't, so I study the mirror. There's questions I wish someone could answer, but they can't. There's questions I wish someone could answer, but they can't, so I study the mirror. There's questions I wish someone could answer, but they can't. Look at you all smug, wanna punch you in that grin. Talk about you know it over, you need drugs to let me in. It's fucking bullshit. What's a shadow gonna do with eternal truth? And what's a schizo gonna do with these nukes if I turn them loose? All them trips to the stars, put the gems in your bars. But it's hard to get the picture when you're in the collage. Once the secret's been revealed, if life deals its cards, it's re-revealed. So the visits were to even your odds. Well, them even odds is why when we argue an hour later, we don't reach no common ground, we ain't found a denominator. You calling me a smart ass, more like a conscious hater. Consciously throwing subs while I'm picking apart the data. Tell me focus on my rhyming and hustle, but always tempting me. Cause shining's gonna require some struggle and also energy. It's tiresome, the memories which you unplug my wires from is where the fire's from. Son, as soon as the brush is dry, I'm done. There's questions I wish someone could answer, but they can't, so I study the mirror. There's questions I wish someone could answer, but they can't. Getting sickening with your bitch, and son, you sharp with the tongue. You the body to the spirit, got the heart and the lungs. You taking nails and come out big, kid, pardon the pun, but you top 5. You just need some better marketing done. You see me try, this shit try harder, but why bother when these wings are food for thought and they caught in the fly swatter? Don't you do it for the art, yeah, an artist of my horror. Push them rounds farther and farther, still I'ma die a martyr. Need a fire starter, here's a paper plane to throw. Know that only martyrs had their names engraved in a stone. That's a little hard to process when you're jobless with the prospects, cause landlords don't bother, just coppers in your subconscious. My cognate sits in the bong, hits some kissed by the moon. Misery blooms in the bliss and every stitch is my wounds. Just answer your own question, some perspective is the man. It's the host, the contestants, and the peasants in the stands. Questions I wish someone could answer, but they can't, so I study the mirror. It's questions I wish someone could answer, but they can't.
Yeah.
Man, these joints is like small novels or something, man. Or like essays or like real like conceptual raps, right? All right,
Yeah,
let me
man,
ask you this. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I mean that's just what I've been trying to do with the last few, man, is keep it like that.
Let me ask you this, man. Who inspired you, man? What are some of the influences that had you rapping in the first place?
Shit, they come from all over, man. Like all different types of MCs. I say like my first favorite MCs were like when I was young was like Cannabis and Immortal Technique, Dead Prez. This is cat from England, Jest, who I love, dude. He's a beast.
Who's that?
I hear myself. Jest, Jehst, man. He's not as known as he should be, man. I hear myself after I rhyme sometimes like, damn, it sound like Jest would have said that. Like, so I think my style gonna inspire like Styles P. I used to listen to a lot of Styles P, and now like I'm kind of the way I'm trying to make tracks. I'm kind of inspired by like A$AP Rock and like dudes like that. Like, you know, really trying to get the concept down in the track. Like,
yeah, I got more into A$AP Rock and like later life. Cause he's another real cerebral guy that really like saying some deep, complex stuff. You know what I mean? As a young person, it was over my head.
Now in the same way, I didn't dig him as much back then. You know, MF Doom. MF Doom's another one.
Yeah, I know a kid that loves MF Doom. You know what I'm saying? He's another one that's like, yo, he always pisses me off when he just like he rap and he never want to rap on the beat. He just want to like like just rush it, and that's what he has to do. Like he says the illest stuff, but it's just like, oh man. But that's one of them things. Man. It's like, you know what I mean? Like even Jay Dilla.
Quiet taste.
Jay Dilla, man, his beats was like that took me a minute to like even catch that. Even like West Coast in general, coming from the East Coast, like the West Coast having that little bit of that loose pop. It's like, I had to get used to that. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, it was all like Wu-Tang, Nas, Mobb Deep, that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, me too. I was almost strictly an East Coast listener, man. I mean, there was a few here and there, but growing up, I was almost all East Coast.
Yeah.
That was just the sound that got me, you know?
All right, bro, let's keep it going while we got some people, you know what I mean? Keep on playing your music. So we got a couple projects that we've been showcasing mostly from A-God. We got Brutal God, which is produced entirely by Brutal Caesar, A-God on the rhymes, and then we also got False Idol, which, I mean, my fault. We got Let 'Em Eat Cake.
Yep.
Which is False Idol, which is A-God, and who as a producer?
Evil Genius.
Evil
Genius, man. Shout out to Evil Genius. He's a beast. He's done some work with Diabolic, a few other cats. He's a monster.
Word. So what you want to hear next?
You know what? Let's take it to well, my man Mo Ruckus, man. My brother Mo Ruckus. He's locked up right now.
Free Ruckus, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. He got on one of the tracks with me on Brutal God,
Man, this dude's
called
a
Sunday
beast,
Best.
bro. Sunday
Yeah,
Best.
man.
All right,
Yeah,
after
so
we
let's
play
show
this,
Ruckus some love.
let's talk about Mo Ruckus and the legacy of Mo Ruckus, man. When you know what I mean? After
Absolutely.
this. All right, so
Let's do it.
A God and Mo Ruckus, Sunday Best, off the Brutal God project, Herm Radio.
What do you want? Your life. You see, Senator Kelly, like you, I believe that mutants and normal humans cannot live together in peace. The war for survival must begin now, while we mutants are strong and you are still divided.
Yo, how much booze are left? Useless if there's two or less rules to come down with. Mutant with a human sense. Used to need to move, so before I lose my rank, I put on my shoes, except I'm useless, I'ma shoot the rest. Already knew it though, no true suspense. Illusions mesh while my boots are kept through a million miles of choosing death. No longer duty is proof by test. Pollutants blessed and soothed me while the true me outgrew its flesh. No rules are set. Proof's in the pudding, but proof it's wet. With the theory from the textbook series your school accepts. In school I slept. Wrongs and rights made right or wrong through raps from pawns, whores, wars, and fights. Decide the norm, I'm more than tight. I don't hide, I mourn amongst the dead. I ride the storm. I get hot, I calm and load and move. My time is gone. Devil show me death and I tied it on. I'm asking for it, but my back and hold it. It's at its strongest. Keep adding more shit. This is schizophrenic thought. Take a mental walk. Be your best friend or leave your best friend in chalk. And I ain't never wrong, son, unless I'm caught. I don't dress for court, Sunday best, lessons taught. Spit that dope, keep it East Coast potent. The dope got legs, drop it, call that D Hulk Hogan. All three scopes open, that's my signature move. Bet I win I lose, like Pete Rose coaching, yo. Been under and over the over-under. Same clothes all summer, came with the odor of dope and hunger. Smoke the drugs for alcoholic, a lonely trucker. Rewrote the structure of my soul's codes and I closed the cluster. Rose from dust with this love and I chose to suffer. Hands were holy punctures, holding the ushers who showed the others. Goes to lower some the flags for the poles, so they froze their tongues to. Whose ropes hung promoting the growth of its soldiers' numbers. Soul's a hunter, 448 when I roamed the tundra. I was frozen, but I thought bearing straight like I wrote from Russia. Thoughts are caught, forced to uncork when I hold the plunger. Felt it pulled me under, still on the up cause I know the plumber. This is schizophrenic thought, take a mental walk. Be your best friend or leave your best friend in chalk. And I ain't never wrong, son, unless I'm caught. I don't dress for court, Sunday best, lessons taught.
We some stupid wild mutants with a lucid style. Ruthless in the booth, don't really child, son, I'm truly foul. Rock solid, I speak the truth that I kept my vows. Creeping with a Krieger, scheming on legs to get cheesy town. It sound greasy when they guard, make it sound easy. Summoning the spirits with the lyrics like a Ouija board. Rugged in appearance, through the years of heartbreaks, we break beats. Then emerge like a great beast. When we're seen, it's a increase in your heart rate. We make art that's inspired from heartache. Rolls with between the rock and the hard place. Flow Rolex to the beast, the project always all day. My past was on it with wrath. I conquered his land, spell cast and conjure. I have the fast macabre. We the first and the last of authors to rap rapid phonics.
Hey, y'all went in, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Mo Ruckus, man.
Yeah, Ruckus, man. Yo, tell us who Mo Ruckus is, how you came to know about Mo Ruckus, you know what I mean, as far as this hip-hop thing goes, and, like, who's Mo Ruckus, man?
Mo Ruckus, man. Mo Ruckus is nice, first of all. Mo Ruckus is the leader of a group called Grime Wave. It's him, Hanzo Blades, who's a dope MC and producer.
Facts.
What do you call it? Enels. Enels is a beast, and they're out in New York. That's where they're from right now. But Ruckus has been all over the place. Originally from Boston. I met him in Rhode Island. Down my brother Terry. Rest in peace to Terry, man. It's a Terry POW too. That's another dude for everybody to check out. What do you call it? He had this little spot, this recording studio. And Ruckus is always around, and I ended up meeting Ruckus just from him being a dope spitter. You know what I mean? Word. Everybody would talk about him. He heard people talking about us, and
so you literally met Mo Ruckus off of hip hop.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's dope. That's dope.
Solely off of hip hop. Yep.
That's dope.
And then I lived up in New Hampshire for a while. He ended up coming up and living with me up there for like a month or two, man. And we got real tight, man. We like brothers now, man. So he's doing a year free Ruckus, bro.
Yo, Free Ruckus, man. And what's some of it? Where can they find some of his music?
He's actually the Grime Mode YouTube has shared the last few of Grime Wave's joints. I believe he's still been releasing stuff. He's been releasing stuff like at least once a month, even since he's been locked up. So
Grime Mode Cypher.
Yep, Grime Mode Cypher page has that, and if you type in Grime Wave on anywhere, you can find some stuff.
Yeah,
GRIME, no E on the Underground Wave, man.
Word, right. So you spell it. There's a W.W.Y.D, right? GRIMEWAV, right? One word.
W.W.Y.D, yep, one word.
All right, word. We're gonna get right back into some more joints, man. What we got, bro?
Cool. What do you call it? Let's go back to Full Saito, man. Let's play No Respect off of that.
No Respect. All right, word. No Respect. Got you.
Oh, you're a joker, huh? Tell me jokes?
I'm a rapper.
Oh, you're a rapper? Oh, okay. You got a record contract?
Not yet.
Me being labeled whack is unheard. The drop signs don't stand too far.
They ain't hearing it, wanna speak from experience. Blood, sweat, and tears been all leaked like a period. Ain't while they mirroring other MCs as wet as them. I create from these crates, even craters deep as Caesareans. Creepy genius, unmerited, never spit on a filler track. Getting rich, spitting no for fact. Bread I'm missing like celiac. With a drink in the Philly at ammunition to build it back to where it's never been. With no pyramid sitting still intact. Glorify the violence, pictures packing your gats. Next track, drop the science with no backup for math. Actual facts ain't compliant where we at with this rap. The most cinematic of crash, drink both halves of the glass. I seen it half empty, full magnetic pull on pools of vast energies from aesthetic fools. Half-headed get smashed in it like dad hit the bulls. I'm past tense and my crash lifting like Aztecs that ruled.
Your brain apart, better than all your favorite rappers. I'm a bona fide captain.
No respect for the mic.
Real rhymes, not your everyday hologram. And I'm bruising the mic. Stick to the story.
No respect for the mic or themselves to society's youth. Why you got in a minute dying to shoot, tying your roots, trying to recruit for the enemy, but lining their suits. They make loot and shots fly out the coop right at your stoop. Lit up them lights. Still, how the fuck you think it's alright? My listeners spike up in IQ when I pick up the mic. They get sinister like a minister with 6 inches of pipe in the kids while they video and they're sharing digital rights. The caution is fired. That's just a song for the choir. You're all full of lies. Sounds off, but even bought your subscribers. I washed up and tired. You forced the son your order retire. The auction in audio wires. So no thoughts are required. And this ain't the reason why I picked up the pen. I make it bleed and represent who I am. This ain't a trend. Take the seed and let it spread through the land that's in your head. What I speak will get you out of the red, then you'll ascend.
Don't sleep, don't you sleep my teeth.
Supersonic waves combined.
No respect for the mic.
Put on your head straight.
I'm gonna pull your ass quick, check.
No respect for the mic, or the legends, or the roads that they pave. Seen golden rays turn gray from the control of the waves. The artists and the labels, both owners of slaves, molding their clays in the only shape known to get paid. However it comes, your squares to get together and fun. Whatever it is, there's years of being present but numb. Accepting that it's just gonna be the greed reflected on drums. That's why I'd rather sit and read than try and check out you bums. You know my playlist, that timeless, legendary spit. While unnecessary, mindless, temporary shit. Every second gets passed and traded and masqueraded through fabricated statements to the fashions dated. My acts related to no one. Faded the shogun waiting for me. Got guns in one too many cases to own one. I keep friends with a lead. No effects, just a hex on the stair. Message cleared, no acceptance of fair. What the fuck now? Everybody flow. If you love it, let it go. Cause there's not enough mics. Bugs on the light, trying to tussle for the glow. In their own circuit, none plugged into the show. They ain't know to blame, no. Gave them their careers. Their mouths don't make you famous, it's your ears. So I'm blazed up on some bears, and you name it's trying to make it on a prayer. Halfway there, no complications, interference in the air. Till the rain clears, entertains my pain and disappears. Like a segment made of fairs. Yes, a claiming that it's theirs, but it ain't. This is mine, and it's yours. Got it straight. It ain't us. When it is, we'll be fine. Just you wait. Just you wait.
Bears running through my mind as I pick up the signal.
Cut it, Coolio.
Yeah, real dope, man. Real dope, man. So, yo, Evil Genius, he really kind of has an interesting use of samples, right? Like, he kind of like, his progressions. I hear, like, progressions. Like, it's not just one loop.
Yep.
Over time, it's like, because the end of that was real nice, too. Like, I'm vibing with the whole song, then the end of that was kind of like sounded like an ending. Like, we're wrapping this up. And it's
it
like,
all dropped off, yep.
Tell me about Evil Genius, man. About his beat style.
Evil Genius, man. He actually, I believe he's he's trying to get into a career into doing like movie scores and like scores for shows and stuff like that. He was doing something for Netflix actually.
Yeah, there's money.
So he's always had that type of style with progressions. It's never been just a loop, you know. And he just keeps getting better and better, man. He's heavily influenced by I think like movie scores and like horror flick soundtrack type stuff. You know, so he's, but you know, also uses a lot of movie quotes, little blends and mixes with the words, quotes, all that type of stuff, which always keeps it interesting.
Yeah.
So, yeah, shout to him, man. He's one of the dopest producers I know, man. It's
bro. I'm always vibing to everything I hear about Evil Genius, man. I gotta get on some Evil Genius beats myself. You know what I'm saying? With a guy.
Yeah, we make that happen, man.
Absolutely.
We'll definitely make that happen.
So speaking of which, do you have anything? I mean, not necessarily to play, but like what's coming up in the future for you? Like you got some releases in the future?
I do, yeah. I have a tape with an EP with my man Just Listen, who's a producer out of Mass.
Word.
Just Listen. He's worked with some people. And,
yeah, I definitely heard his beats, yo.
Yeah, dude, he drops like 4 or 5 beats a day on Instagram.
Yeah.
That dude be working. Work. So he's done some grind modes, and I can't think of the artists he's worked with. He's definitely worked with some artists though, and yes, that tape's gonna be dope. That'll be the first one coming up probably in a couple months. It's fully done, just gotta be recorded and mixed and all that. Then I have another tape after that. That's a multi-producer one that I'm finishing up the writing on right now. You're gonna have a beat on there.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, so I got both of those coming out, and hopefully some more full title after that, man.
Yeah, like another part in the series.
Yep, like another full title EP, LP.
Word.
That's something I definitely want to do too, man.
Yeah, everybody would love to hear that. You know what I mean? Everybody that knows A God of Falsetto would love to hear that joint, bro. That's a fact.
Nah, word, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, brother.
We're gonna play like 2 more joints and then we call it a day, man. You know.
Cool. Yeah, sounds good to me, brother.
So what do you want to get into next?
Shit. Let me think. Let's play. Let's play Divine Brutality, the opener on Brutal God.
All right, Divine Brutality off of Brutal God.
Yeah.
Word, I like that name.
Just some straight boom bap for him quick.
All right, let's go. Divine Brutality.
It's the A-God Brutal Caesar shit. Divine Brutality. Yo. Needle hits the vinyl like the main vein. I maintain no feeling homicidal since the 8th grade. Only handle truth, fuck a Bible, so it's a stained blade. Your program to think only $1 can create change. The same page they taught you farther from, they made the slave wage. I don't want the same cage, one where I was raised caved. I don't want no paved way, neither fuck your state aid. Acceptance of the slavery, son, all the dues I paid saved. Kiss the needle rush, grapes into the feeder crush. From God's drink the Pinot, peaches blush, never eat enough. The way I speak, my tongue is plush, the techniques are rushed. Healing over all your deepest cuts while beliefs discussed. Lock the keys in the trunk when I was leaving once. Since I haven't needed a jump, but best believe I'm stuck. Pedal breaking, premeditating the meditation. Lest I've been mistaken, the hatred from lack of desperation. Divine brutality, the shine, the shadow see. Clarity you find in the high defines reality. But God's wrath on the beat when it go back. Gonna rush you once that needle hits the track. Is a man you never met while your bags are all packed and sent. But the lane you sent to protect, got no banks for the master's dead. Keys crafted and kept when no hands can elastic set. Keep haunted with threats of terror, oppressed by the last attempt. Hail Caesar. I'll die for a take a breather. My mind was arranged in Giza. Why would I pay for features? Anything that's dope you said, but I've said in a way that's deeper. Beats turned into masterpieces with drugs that came from Ibiza. My table we breaking reefer. Seeds have replaced my dealer. See my farmer for my pieces, some peace and my pain reliever. Real relief's the truth. The leaders of faith believers. Can't name a feeling you feel, not treated with state amnesia. You a sleeper, you a patriot. Rebels painted as devils. The level we at the same. Trying to escape since the day we settled. The wind is against the flame. The melting pot's made of metal. The nationality strained, so they naturally named the kettle. Divine brutality, the shine, the shadow see. Clarity you find in the high defines reality. But God's wrath on the beat when it go bad. Gonna rush you once that needle hits the track.
Yeah, that beat goes hard, bro.
Yeah, man.
Break that joint down for us, man. What's Divine Brutality about?
Divine Brutality, I don't know. That was one of those tracks where, like, I picked up the pen with nothing in mind, man, and that's what ended up happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like that beat just made me want to write. Usually when I do something, I'll have like 3 pieces of paper going on, like
3 pieces.
This is a possibility. This is what it's gonna be about. This is what I want to happen. Like,
that's how you write a. So when you write a rap, you kind of map it out.
Yeah. Yep.
What's that process? As much as you want to tell us.
Yeah. No, that's no doubt, man. I kind of look at it like I'm making a story. You know what I mean? And like, this is what I want to happen. Like, then I get to a certain point. If I accomplish that, I'll think about what I want to happen next, and I'll have that marked out. Possible shit that rhymes, fucking possible ways for it to go. Like, so.
That's why it comes out like that, huh? Because it's So it's like, because it sounds like a movie, a novel, or like it's like an experience, stories and stuff like that. Because you almost storyboard your raps.
Yeah, no, pretty much. It's pretty much what I do. Yeah.
That's mad interesting.
Yeah. With that one, that beat I just started writing to.
I got you.
And that's what came out.
I got you.
That was just one of those like, just rip the track quick type of things.
Yeah, the beat was like that. Like the beat got me wanting to like just rap on it. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, some beats do that, man.
Yeah,
you just give me the pen, bro.
No doubt. All right, man. Yo, I think we went over a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
We got to get on. Like anybody that didn't know A God before this, definitely got to go listen to A God's collection, Brutal God, and Let Me Eat Cake. Which are 2 projects with 2 different producers that he has out right now, which is on what, falseidol.bandcamp.com? What is it?
Yep, falseidolmusic.bandcamp.com, and all the other ones are at a-god.bandcamp.com.
All right, word. And we're gonna play another joint, and then we'll be right back with y'all. And what's this joint you wanna play?
Let's play, let's end it with a False Idol joint, man. Yeah, play Let 'Em Eat Cake off Let 'Em Eat Cake, man. Why not?
Let 'Em Eat Cake, the title track off Let 'Em Eat Cake by False Idol, A God and Evil Genius. Let's go. Let 'Em Eat Cake, Herm Radio.
Queen said let them eat cake, but they need bread. The sheep dead and shepherds don't bake. Most fled with the shakes like they methadones late. At that extra slow pace, prayed they'd enter gold gates. While the rest stood their ground at the castle and they took it down. Guillotine shadow on a basket that was full of crowns. Took a crowd of thousands to find power in his people. Takes one to hypnotize them from a tower or a steeple. Laws protect freedom, but freedom is no laws. Lest this gold that the beast cannot reach with his own paws. And it's easy to hold yours, believe in your own Lord. Meet defeat before you'd ever retreat from a cold sword. Nah, take them hand-me-downs or nothing in your bank accounts. Cause even those who know it's there can fully cut the cancer out. That tumor grows, strip the earth till it's done. Remember it's who you know while you search for your crumbs. Millions are starving, can't find a job, and watch others make thousands a day. Who's really robbing? The truth is scary, it'll turn you revolutionary. Here to topple towers, walk with us if your boots are heavy. These boots are waterlogged. From my off and on, I walk a guard. The course is hard, sinking trying to cross the pond, thinking they can launch the bomb. Looking at my stepdaughter, teach her how to shoot and pull a hook out of some fresh water. Only put your best forward, clever, sharp, and disciplined. Sense them when they listening, whether or not they slither in the flags on the shoreline. A long line of pin them and they wither in the geniuses. The small minds are riddling the calls down the fixes, and they shifted out the transmission. Twisted up your fans' vision, strings around their ambition. Young man with grams hidden, proudly plans prison, working third shift. And what it is to be a man sinks, and this is all a cycle. We gon' break it at the last second, giving last penance, being taken from the crashed wreckage. Gus smart, waiting, hearts aching from the past lessons. Always ask questions, so they show me that they have weapons. Fear is how the frequency set, and no remote's lost, where everything leads into death. Fuck what your clothes cost, closed off, free from the net. Remain my own boss in due time, leap to my death, holding my own cross. Don't acknowledge our crimes that are conscious in line. Suffer subconscious design to stay in constant rewind. Won't make sense until the dollars decline. Step out the line, then we'll reshape the box they made with parts of our mind. Millions are starving, been working hard and still they're eating off of our plate. Who's really robbing? The truth is scary, it'll turn you revolutionary. Here to topple towers, walk with us if your boots are heavy. Step out the line. Only you can change you, only we can change us. False idol.
Yeah, bro, that's like the perfect track to leave everybody with, I think, man. That's real dope.
Yeah,
just keep going. What
that's
we got
what I was
here?
thinking.
It keeps going?
What's that?
To get back to
Song?
Yeah, it's still
the
going.
warning that I've received, you may take it with however many grains of salt you wish. That the brown acid that is circulating around us is not specifically good.
A little skidded down.
It suggested that you do.
Nah, yo, evil genius, man. He really, them transitions, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. Let 'em eat cake has like Let 'em eat cake is like filled with those, man. Kind of got that old school hip hop album vibe where it's got skits and it goes from this and that, you know.
Yeah.
Nah, he's a pleasure to work with, bro. He makes it easy, man.
Yo, before
Shout
you
out
go,
to you.
we got a few people and stuff, man. I want we might as well play a few more. You gotta get out of here.
Nah.
All right, let's spend a few more minutes. Like, let's play some music.
Yeah,
right?
let's do it, bro.
What's that joint that me, you, and G.O.D had off the Skinny Bones beat?
Oh, Game of Thrones, right?
Yeah, that's off of, what's that? That's on Skinny Bones tape?
Was that just, I think that was just a single, man.
That was just a single, right? Game of Thrones,
I
right?
think it was just a single, yeah, that's on SoundCloud. I know I gotta repost it on my SoundCloud for sure.
Is it on my SoundCloud?
I think I reposted it off yours, yeah.
Hold up, I got it right here. So this is called Game of Thrones, and like, let's talk a little about Skinny Bones after we play this joint right quick. So,
oh yeah, man.
Game of Thrones, produced by Skinny Bones, the Godfather, G.O.D, Burn Herm, and A-God.
These days and times is like these waves that try and slave my mind. This pain of mine, the greatest kind. Push me to create these rhymes with diamonds in the rough. We made to shine. As they decline, we on the rise. The stores display the signs. The stage my shrine. Every time display divine. I say a line and the Pallades align. Warrior Herm, glory concern. I tell my story, royal glories return. Enemy hordes are burn. The round table, we only dealing trooper down fables. My crown sable, renowned kings on ground stable. The beat enables a soundscape. I'm now able to put it down. I'm wild fatal. My vows take you beyond places understandable. My mandible demand that we cannibal. Speak to armies that's commendable. Devour foes like a cannibal. Kill mechanical, then I resurrect you. Necromantical.
Yo, Burn, watch out. Heard they try to storm the pearly gates. Mind-altering substances captured in a foreign place. Immaculate treasure draped in a patented leather. Fatal mistakes. Put your ashes together, forming a phoenix. Appear like the Lord of you heathens are like incredulous. Such as showing pictures of Jesus from Ethiopia before European besiegement. Forced him to listen, created every prudence and credence. Defeated character assassination. Controlling your imagination. Transform similar machinations. Olympus is falling. No doubt it's going all in. Palace has been taken. Transgress bastardization. Sitting in moments, digest the information, new prototypes. How Da Vinci converted Mennonites, cold and dark. Our team sticks out, that's the lactites. All the war, let me grab the mic, not your average type. The hermit him up, two generals kicking up dust. The Holy Grail found sitting in trunks. Lost souls as eternity struck.
Yo. The side of duty, legacy just a side effect that may or may not be acquired or the desires met. Both sides have polarized the dialect. Don't realize the threat of my success to the diamonds my inner eye collects. The mice in the crowd and the miz in the box. They give the late inside the sound, a whole plant of the crops. Forced to stand my hand while I watch. I used to walk with their cross to bear the cost of one hand in the torch. The glare would strip me bare of my thoughts. Can't share the light with the lost. From a lost vessel spirit staring the shore. Whoever assigned me the mission existing in a line of position. Throw me a line right out the sky when I'm single. Fulfilled appetites and desires, trying to find my religion. So long didn't see time pass to recognize my condition. Ex-convict extraditing convictions into a soul that's evolved. Dues paid in full, the angels holding me down.
Yeah, man. So I think we had Skinny Bones the Godfather on yesterday, right? So like.
Yeah. No, I caught some of that, man.
You got some joints with Skinny Bones, right? We played one of them yesterday.
Yep. He's gonna be on that. Yeah, he remixed Let 'Em Eat Cake. That's funny. I was thinking that after I told you to play that, like 2 seconds in, I'm like, damn, he played it on the show yesterday with Skinny, man, just the remix version of it.
Nah,
but that's okay.
It sounds completely different.
He made it his own, man. I was real happy with it. Yeah, man, we got a few tracks. He's gonna be on the multi-producer tape that I'm gonna be recording soon that I was telling y'all about. Yeah, he's a cool dude, man. Me and Mo Ruckus have a track with him.
Yeah, and they're part of the group Voodoo Doctors, right? Which is a group out there.
Yeah, Voodoo Doctors.
I mean, it's an international group, really, because you got Mo Ruckus in there, you got Ecclesi, you know what I'm saying, and a few other dudes, right? So it's international from Europe to America, right?
Yeah, shout out to them, man. And my man Shaista's in there too, Shais Cronkite.
Okay.
Who I've done a few songs with. Yeah, I think he's part of it too.
I like that name. That's an L name, bro. Shais Cronkite.
Yeah, he's the man.
Yeah,
I
like that name.
He's out from New York over there where like Ruckus is at and shit.
Yep.
Yeah, he's good stuff, man.
What else, man? We got some, you know what I mean? We got some people who want to use the platform to, you know what I mean?
Man.
Put us on and stuff, bro. What else you want to do?
Yeah, shit. Let's get into, let's get into something about Mary off the Let 'Em Eat Cake.
Something about Mary. Let's go. Let me bring it up. So why you call this something about Mary?
This is about weed, my man.
Oh yeah, you know what I mean.
Little ode to Mary Jane.
Makes a lot of sense. All right, word. So this called something about Mary. Let 'Em Eat Cake. Let's go.
I got some stuff you just gotta try. What is it?
Something about Mary Jane. Said everything will be alright, we're just passing in a dream. Pass with me and guarantee you'll stay relaxed in your machine. For we acted as a team, was out there paddling up the stream. Now I'm with her and the grass is always green. Nah, man, was young, high and in love since the feelings involved. Became a dealer the first time my first dealer was out. Feels like a fever without, I know no sleep in the drought. Eating her out, but it's cheap, FOBEs on the couch, Feel like Jesus on the water when I'm cloud surfing. Deep in Skywalker from Alberta with blonde Persian. From the brown turban at the Irvin that's not working. And I'm certain I'ma find that purple like a cop searching. You can keep the power, mix the cushion to the sour. Little sticky, still hit it though like pussy in the shower. Cookies little louder, son, than anything you brought. But fuck if anything, just toss this fat booger on the flour and smoke. When you bang that falsetto, fill your lungs with some loud. Blow a cloud form locked up or under the ground. Something about Mary Jane, see her every day. Take care of my pain and she keep the stress away. This my Mary. There's something about
Mary Jane.
I'm in love with my Mary. There's something about
Mary Jane.
Used to sit on the benches getting bent with some big spenders. Of broke friends and stories, they all left with their 6 senses. In life, those big wrenches, so go throw a dose of seasoning on it. Never charged to smoke, but always breaking close to even on it. See no logic in being sober, to be completely honest. Unless your economics is hurting, you need to keep your dollars. But besides that, I'm tapped in the wisecrack fact. Read you with my eyes back in my mind's lap. My batch, that blueberry, Piffy from Brownsfield. Out of town deals, cover ground like Griffey in the outfield. You're with me, your mouth sealed. Just think how your moms feel. You give up your own people, that shit that no time heals. I'll keep it to an eighth a day, it ain't been enough. Make it straight, grab a plate, I know a gate that'll cuff. Got the wisdom, keep it with me, cause the patience is tough. And fuck the system, like to thank my girl for waking me up, Mary. Love my Mary, why I keep her around. I love my Mary, why I keep her around.
Let's blast the joint.
I I love my Mary, why I keep her around.
Go right into his next joint.
Yeah, let's do Posted off of Interview with a God on my A-God Bandcamp.
I'm playing this Dead Maces joint right quick.
Oh, okay.
Instead of darkness, I can show you some like Obi-Wan interpret his metas raw. Medicinally, my milligrams is metaphors. Men in cloth are thrown off the mezzanine when meds is off. A matador, cuttable, fucking skull, county chumps. Violent in Rhode Island, how we flying Shaolin monks. My two reverse the universe, reverse a bounce and punch. Punch you in the stomach, take you out to lunch. Depression swallows oceans, oceans leave the mountains sunk. I chill with real G's, I ain't about you punk. You couldn't scare my lady, you couldn't scare a baby. See, answer all you cats and leak your marinara gravy.
The other police, where are your badges? Badges? We ain't got no badges. We don't need no badges. I don't have to show you any stinking badges.
Racing over profit. What the fuck we chase? Just to keep Freemasons' faces in our pockets. TV's papers and narcotics, the replacement of the conscious. So you tune in to watch it while they taking it as hostage. Before they killed him, my brother said let's build with each other. I still feel this hunger from the hills when it's thunder. Both understood the pyramid, Sicilian and structure. Dollar bills are pillars above you and they use children as cover. I don't find weakness in the kind. See it deepest when the preachers using teachers to make sheep out of the blind. Keep them in the line so that the frequency will shine. How they feed it to the mind, divine secrets undefined. They live the most lavish, having savages habits, drinking the blood of dead rabbits out of Alice's chalice. Kept Venus, gave you Jesus with some statues that's phallic. Killed her children just to free us, gave a bag to the addict. Take this motherfucker back to the attic. Used to call it the basement before my shadow was static. Cause sense your aura and retracted. How you balance a magnet, take the passage and recraft it like it's Vatican tablets. Masters hold the strings, kids marching the wall. Master everything, the sixth chakra explore. Off the strings, the pigs knocking the door onto the floor. Faces of dead Masons, what the robbery for?
Yo, so I'm actually glad I played it. I want to ask you about that track.
Which one?
The one we just played.
Right there?
Yeah, man. You said a couple lines on there. That first line you said, I don't know it word for word. I don't want to mess it up. But you said something about having the Macy's in your pocket, something.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
then you ended it. You ended it. Because I was thinking about that line, like, in the back of my mind while I was listening. And then you actually brought it back and kind of ended it with that. Said something about that's what we're doing it for. We're doing it for these Masons in our pocket or whatever like that. What are you talking about?
So that kind of all goes back to like the song I started off with, that Angles joint. You know what I mean? This goes back to talking about the people who really pull the strings in the world. You know what I mean? And they got us out here doing all sorts of shit just to get that money. You know what I mean? Racing over profit. What we chasing? Just keep Freemasons' faces in our pockets. TVs, papers, and narcotics. You know, like, they give us all this stuff to be distracted, to be, you know? So.
Word. And then,
I rhyme about that a lot. I rhyme about that type of shit a lot. So.
A lot of people don't know that, like, the people that design a dollar bill itself, like, actually the design of the dollar bill were arguably Freemasons, you know what I'm saying? And what does that mean? Is that good or bad? I'm not saying either one, but I'm just like, know your history, you know what I'm saying? And It's like, so why? So I thought that was kind of profound statement, profound bar, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yeah, not only are you're also talking about the faces of the people, talking about they belong to something. And it's like, if they belong to something, what does that mean? Just, you know what I mean? These are thoughts, questions that we should all ask, you know what I mean? Instead of just going with what the common knowledge is, you know what I'm saying? So that just stood out to me. My fault.
Yeah. Nah, and I like that because like a lot of the things I've found and I've researched that help me understand how things really are came from things people said in music, you know what I mean? So so you said that stood out. That's one of the reasons I make music. So hopefully someone else listens to that and that stands out to them. They can go find that all out on their own now, you know what I mean?
Yeah, earlier you mentioned Dead Prez. You know what I'm saying? I think I was 11 12 or something like that. I heard Dead Prez, Let's Get Free, and it's like, first of all, let's talk about the musicality. Let's talk about just the rhyme schemes, the bars, the way they had like that two-part way of just like being able to just say so much and make it sound so rhythmically cool and stuff.